communication is really everything, and I'm somebody who does not like to speak to everybody. If I get a weird vibe from you, automatically I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm not gonna entertain you. I'm not gonna say hello to you. None of that. And it's not because I'm a B-word. I'm really not. I think that I'm pretty cool. I do talk to a lot of people. I get along with a lot of people. If I think that you are acting a little funny, or I think that your energy is just a little off, or we just wouldn't vibe, that is what it is, but I'm not going to continue to talk to you. But I've realized I'm putting myself in a box, and I'm limiting myself to the opportunities that I can have in this life by not talking to as many people as I should. And it's not saying to talk to everybody, because everybody does not need to be talked to. Rule number one, and always trust your gut. That's number one too. But there are situations where sometimes you might get nervous. I get nervous. Sometimes you might have anxiety. I have anxiety. I have social anxiety. I don't want to walk into a room by myself and be like, "Hi, everybody. My name is Imani Reen. Who are you? How are you doing today?" Like, that's not who I am a lot of the time. I can be like that, but that's just not who I am a lot of the time. And now being an adult, trying to figure out my path in life, figure out what I'm going to do that's going to make me earn all this money, or what I'm going to do to get me to the position that I want to be in life, where I'm able to live my life comfortably. It's communication. I need communication. I need to network. I need to talk. I need to get to know people. Sometimes just for the basic relationship of having friends, people that you are good with. And I have friends, but now I have like a strong two. Besides my family, because those are my forever friends. The fuck, we are literally locked in for life. But my best friend that I've known since since I was 6, and I have a new friend that I met almost like 5 months ago, but have been locked in ever since as well. But those are two people that I would say are very strong friendships in my life. And I've also made friends through my friend that I met a little bit ago, and that's amazing. That's awesome, and it's just making me feel like, wow, I actually have the ability to talk freely, to get to know people, to have people like who I am, to not have to hide anything about myself, to have to, just feel like I am in a space where I feel uncomfortable, because I don't. I feel so comfortable talking to everybody now. And it's so natural because you guys getting to actually know me. I'm not gonna hide shit. So maybe this is where it needed to come into play, was a little later in life, because some people can tend to be a little shy. This was her. This was she. Like, when I was in 4th grade, a little lower, I started to come out a little later in life, but I was really kind of shy. I would not talk a lot. Now you can't get me to shut the fuck up. Now I'm just a yapper certified. But it's just, a lot of times we limit ourselves. There's somebody that could have put you on to a mega mogul that had all these connections for you to meet, and they wanted to get you in this part in their work, and they could have lifted you up to the point of being a superstar. But you didn't know that. You didn't get to experience that because you decided to stay quiet in that room. Yeah. You went to a party and just said, let me just sit on the wall. I'm going to mind my business. I don't really want to be here. Then why did you go? If you don't want to be there, don't go. Because at that point, you're leaving a negative impression with a lot of people. Sorry, I had to turn the air on. It was getting hot in this bitch. So if you hear that in the background, that's what it is. Obviously, my phone's going a little slow because that's what I'm filming on. It's getting a little warm. So, my bad for the AC. But, yeah, I think that communication will literally take you so far in this life, because who are we without human connection? Who are we without conversation? Because there can be no connection without any conversation. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. Even you, the people that you've come into contact that are now lifelong friends, or people that met your parents and now they're lifelong friends, and they know you and they'll know your children and all this stuff, they had to speak to one another for them to have that relationship. At one point in time, somebody had to say the first word. Hi, my name is, or just, hey, what's up? What's going on? And the eyes speak volumes. You can literally say one word, but as long as you're looking at somebody with the intent of wanting to know them more, or having the eyes of, you know what, you seem like a really nice person. Hi. A smile will take you so far. A smile will take you so far. And I just want everyone to know that, because I feel, at least even now, up until now, I didn't know exactly how much of a force that was. Networking is such a force. A lot of people are put into the positions that they are in life because they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, or they just know that person directly. You ever hear the phrase, it's all about who you know? Because it's literally all about who you know. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot of people, and I need to start knowing a lot more people. I need to have the life where I have a contact list. My contact list, I'm not gonna bullshit to you right now. I think that it's literally like, do the math, maybe 20 something people. And out of those 20 something people, do I only contact what, 5? What the fuck? Like, it's really that. It's limiting, it's isolating. And it's time for us to move out of isolation. It's time for us to gain some traction in this world. And how are we going to gain that traction? Start talking. Start yapping. Get that shit moving, because that's how you're going to get to the next level. Everyone has knowledge and information on things that you would have never known or experienced maybe ever in life. But you could get that information from somebody who went through it. You can get that information from somebody who has lived their life and they had to go through the lessons that maybe were not meant for you to go through, but now you're going to know about them and know the answer to them, and maybe you'll go through it later in life and you already know off the top of the dome how to handle it. That's what communication gets you. That's where networking will get you. I promise you that it will definitely take you so far. And one way that I've really seen this happen and play out, at least in my life, maybe in yours as well, bestie, you don't know, but I went to the casino. It sounds weird, why did you just go to the casino? I have a friend that likes to play a game, and I tag along, and now I've become so close, not like besties outside of the casino, but like whenever I go there, I know their names, they know my name, they see me almost every day, or if I'm not there, they'll be like, where is she at? Like, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, you know me. Oh, I fuck with you. Or like, oh, hey, how was that thing that you were talking about? Oh, it was great, da-da-da-da. Just having basic interactions is so awesome. And I tattoo. I don't know if you've ever noticed. I've done my whole entire arm. I've done my whole entire body, except for 2 of them on my body. Those are places you can't even really see most of the time. But that alone, I have so many people ask me, oh, I like your tattoos. Where'd you get them done? Oh, I do them. I've done all of mine. Let me show you my work. Da-da-da-da. That is a lead into another part in life that you could have taken. Now you have customers. Now you have opportunity. Life is opportunity. Literally, everything is an opportunity. Just take the opportunity to do it. We are literally so scared. Life is so scary, but it doesn't have to be scary. Voice your voice. That's what you have it for. That's why we sound unique. That's why we have these words. We have this language, is to convey it to others, for them to hear us, for them to give us things back. Literally, everything goes around with this thing right here, the mouthpiece. So what you gonna do with that mouthpiece? And you don't be nasty, but like, what are you gonna do? Because who are you gonna talk to that's gonna get you where you need to be, or give you the information that might help you have a aha moment, like, wow, so if you did that, I can do this. Or you said that, okay, 1 + 1 = 2. Oh, that's what happens all the time. And like I said, I talk with these people at the casino. I have met people who work various fucking jobs that I would have never met in my life. I promise you, if I would have never went, I would have never known them. Like, I know this one dude, I honestly don't even know his name, but the fact that I constantly see him on a almost regular basis, and if I wanted to say something, I really could, because you're right there. He plays for the Jets. Okay, I would have never met you at all. I know this one guy, he's hella cool. Actually, he's an older man. He's so fucking funny, but he owns his own restaurant. I would have never met you if I would have never came here, but he's so funny. He loves me, my friend. He is amazing. That dude got jokes. Great person. But there are other people that I talk to who work there, and they do other things. This one guy who works at the bar, he's like, hey, come over here, you guys. If you ever see me, so-and-so location, I'm a bartender over there. That's how you make shit shake. That's how you do shit. You put the word out there and you have people to listen to you. Everyone is going to listen to you, but it's all about what you say to keep their attention on what you're actually providing to their life, or to the information that they need to input into their life. everyone's going to give you at least 3 seconds of their time for you to really hook them. And that's what social media does all the fucking time. That's what you're doing right now. If you're really watching this video, then you at least listen to the first 3 seconds and said, maybe she has some information that I could listen to. Maybe just a little bit. And I'm not saying I'm the all know everything, because I'm really fucking not. I promise you I'm not. And I'm just starting this journey out, but I want people to learn as I am learning, for us to all get through this together. And I'm telling you, I'm communicating with you. This right here is networking. This right here is a community. This right here is a bond at one point or another. You're gonna know me, I'm gonna know you. Whether it be through the comment section, whether this be events that I may go to later in life from this channel, whatever it is, I'm going to get to know you and you're going to get to know me. And I hope that that's the case. That's something that I really want to do in life. That's an accomplishment for me, is to convey a message that is helping others get through their life in the way that they need to. Something that will support people in the way that they're moving through life. Because sometimes I've needed that support and I never got it. And I never did have people to talk to about it. So this is me talking to you, and this is me giving you the hand of Communication Network. So hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Imani Reen. Let's talk it up. Let's get this shit going, because we're humans. That's what we do. Sorry to these people that are going to be in this video. But hello, who are you? Like, that's all it takes. That's really all it takes. Hi, my name is. Or just even oh, excuse me, I love your hair. That's all you have to do to get a conversation going. It's nothing that hard. And honestly, a lot of people will try small talk. Now, the problem with small talk is that essentially the conversation is about nothing and it's going to go nowhere real fast. You feel me? Okay, cool. So how do you have a conversation without just being small talk? You say something that's kind of out of the ordinary, mother trucker. That's what you got to hit them with, something that hit them. They thinking you going right, you going left, like, that's what you got to do. So instead of saying, hi, isn't the weather just great today? You know, I wish it was like this every day. Instead of saying some boring bull like that, say, let's see. And this is something that I used, not even used, but like it literally just kind of came up random as fuck with my most recent made friend. I was like, you know, I'm real honest, you know, I keep it real cool, like something. He was like, you don't know how to drive? I was like, no, I know how to drive. Like, do you know how to drive? Yeah, I know how to drive. And I was like, well, maybe, you know, sometimes things go wrong. You know, you drive and you can never control life, and just keep going. And I'm like, oh yeah, this one time I did this and I hit a pedestrian. Was I lying? No. Was it a case? No, it wasn't. Give me the grace, god damn it. It was a scooterist on one of those motorized scooters, whatever the fuck, motorized, you know the word I'm trying to say. And I'm pulling out of a parking lot in LA. There are cars on the side of me. I can't see shit. I'm going slow. I'm not even going 5 miles per hour. But I'm coming out. There's nobody there. I look all the ways I could look possible. And pew, there comes a motor scooterist, whatever the fuck the word is. Boom, on the hood of the car. Oh my God. I'm looking at him. My best friend is looking at him. He's looking at us. We're all looking like. I said, are you okay? He was like, yeah. Are you okay? I was like, yeah. He was like, you have a good day. I said, you have a good day too, sir. You have a great day. But that's how the conversation started. I told him the truth, and I just said, you know, something random. He asked me if I knew how to drive. I said, yeah, I know how to drive, but sometimes I don't. And that wasn't even me fucking up. You know, that was like a real, like, random coincidence that man just happened to be coming that fucking fast in his scooter, and I was coming out real slow, and boom, I actually got more hit than he did. But the fact that he just wasn't in a car just fucked me up. It did. And I was gonna be honest about it. I'm just a big loudmouth. Like I told you, I'm a certified yapper. But sometimes it's good to be certified yappers. Talk about something random. And it's crazy because there's so many people that do this and they get like such a brushed off look, like, what the fuck? Why would you say that? But when you think about it, they're not just being random to just be random. They are trying to start a conversation. And sometimes people don't know where to go with that. You know, they take their left foot and they just step fucking right and they crossed over and now they're falling. But it's fine, but they tried. That's when you get somebody who comes up and said, yeah, you know, my dog died and I'm going through it right now. Like, okay, ma'am, sir, back up. That's not the way to start it. That wasn't even half the way to start it. So I'm gone, and that's off-putting. Start a little softer. Let's not start with the heavy stuff, please. Please. Go up to somebody random and be like, hey, you look hella cool. You want to be friends? You know, I had a crazy day today. I leaped over a bunny in my car going 60,000 miles per hour, you know, and I swerved, and then I did a backflip and all this crazy shit. But, you know, I think that you somebody that can relate to that, and you might get a little hee ha ha back, but you made that connection. You sparked something in that person's brain to be like, this motherfucker's random, but that's actually hella fucking funny. What's your name? And you're gonna get a name. You're gonna get a fucking name. And even if it doesn't go anywhere after the fact, you at least made the effort to do it. We're so scared of rejection, and honestly, fuck rejection. It's life. You're supposed to be rejected all day, every day. That's what it is. That's really what it is, and you're gonna learn so much from rejection, because that's a learning key. If you never get rejected, you never know what it feels like to fail, then you're never gonna end up winning in life, because you're never gonna know the other half of it. You always have to know the other half to something to get to where you're going to be, to feel the other side of the thing. Like me right now. Black, brown. I'm experiencing both halves. Yin and yang in this piece. You feel me? So take the chance. Stop being scared of strangers. Strangers are stranger danger. Don't get me wrong. Stranger danger. But if you're getting a decent vibe from somebody, if you're getting a decent vibe from somebody, I would just continue on. Why not? Say 2 words, see where it goes. And as females, it can be harder, because I'm one of them. And trust me, I know a lot of people only try to talk to me to try to get something from me. Almost all the time. But if you can find the people who are not, and you can identify who are not, and you can also even have the conversation and find out through that conversation that, yeah, you know, maybe you're somebody I don't want to fuck with. You're not entitled to fuck with them. You don't have to fuck with them. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. And if that motherfucker starts to get weird, if they start to get weird, all you have to do is say, you know, it was great talking to you. I wish you nothing but love, light, and happiness. I hope you have a great day. And keep it pushing. Take it over there. Take it to Jerry sitting over there in that chair. Take it to Lisa over there. Fuck that past conversation. It's time to start a new one. Get back on track. Let's start talking to people. Let's start letting our voices be heard. Because sometimes some people need to hear what you have to say too. Sometimes you will give somebody some information that they really needed. Or you are that connection to somebody that they needed to see or hear about for them to now take a step in the direction in their life to where they needed to be. Like, another example, I met this guy at the casino. He actually works there. He has amazing tattoos. Like, I mean amazing tattoos. They are perfect. What is this man doing? They amazing tattoos. Like, they are almost perfect. And every time I see it, I've always complimented him on it. It was like, wow, what the fuck, like, great. And so I'm talking, and he sees my tattoo. He's like, oh, I like yours. I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm a tattoo artist. My friend, he's my hype man at this point. Yeah, she does them all herself. You know, she travels and Love that. He's great for that. Because sometimes I'd be a little shy still. Don't get me twisted, you know, with this shit. It happens. We're all human. But he's talking to him, and then that gets me and him into this long-form conversation. My friend steps away. He's going to get us food. We're talking back and forth. He actually just so happened to be another tattoo artist, and he's telling me the machines that he uses, the inks that he likes. What do you like? I tell him what I like. I tell him what kind of machines I use. Everything. Long-form conversation. Now we have a closer bond. Now I know somebody who actually ended up putting me onto another artist, the one who did his tattoos. I've done mine, but he had his done. So I was like, who did yours? He told me. I remembered. I went on Instagram. Found him. He lives out here. I will be getting my back piece done by that man. Because I actually spoke to somebody. And sometimes you need the helping hand from a friend to get you going. But once you get going, please keep going. That's the message that you really need to hear. Is just keep going. Keep trying. Keep trying. If somebody blows you off while you're trying to talk to them, screw them. You don't have to talk to them. They weren't worth your time anyway. That's the universe saying, nope, you know, that one you didn't need to speak to. That one has problems. That one belongs in the psych ward. You know, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing, but keep trying. Keep trying. So I want to challenge myself. I want to challenge you. Try to talk to one person, at least one person new, every 2 to 3 days. Every 2 to 3 days, because sometimes you get isolated, sometimes you have things that come up, work, whatever it is. Try to talk to one person new. That's a big one for me too. Don't get me twisted. I be talking my little shit, but I'm still a little nervous sometimes, especially when it's somebody I really don't know or somebody that I am trying to now get to know and I'm in a space that I'm unfamiliar in. Just try to have banter. It will get you far. I promise it will get you so far. And honestly, practice makes perfect. Sometimes you're gonna fuck up while you talk. You know how many times I fuck up while trying to make these videos? I have to burp, or I talk so fast my brain just stops, or I'm talking and the spit starts to form with the corners of my mouth. We are human. Shit gets real. Shit gets so real. But keep pushing forward. It doesn't matter. They're human too. They're gonna understand, and if they don't, then they're not worth the time. They're not worth the time. They're not ever going to be worth the time. So push on to somebody else and try to meet them. And experience this thing we call rejection as well. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you a better person. The first time I experienced rejection was actually from a job, because I had got every single job that I've ever tried to get to. Every single time. You're hired. And ironically, it was a tattoo shop that didn't hire me for the first time. It was being like at the front desk or whatever the fuck. Aced the first interview, second interview, I don't know if they just wanted somebody else, whatever it was, but the first time I didn't hear back from somebody. That was the first rejection I ever had. Did I take it the best? I took it pretty well, but also it made me feel a little way like, fuck, what's wrong? Ego. All ego. Ego got in my head. But it's time to just keep trying. And if you're feeling that rejection, it will make you tougher. I feel a lot tougher. You're going to feel a lot tougher. You're going to keep trying and prove them wrong. You should have hired me, because look, now I'm working for the competitor. And what? I tripled their numbers, and I'm tripling my own motherfucking numbers. And now I'm doing the art. Y'all can eat that. Y'all can have that position, because I never needed it. But I needed you to say no to me, so thank you for that. I did. So network, get out there. Please do your best. Get over the rejection. Put your best foot forward. Love, light, happiness. Please live in it. Embrace it. Do your best. I'm here for you. If you ever need anything, I would love to hear from you in the comments. But I will catch you later, guys. I will see my friends another day on the journey of learning. Deuces.